Hello and welcome again. This is Robert Schein, Managing Director and Partner of Blanke, Schein Wealth Management. Today is April 1st, 2021, and today is no April Fools. We've got opening day of baseball, one of my favorite times of the year, and especially coming off of 2020 with abbreviated season, just about on every sport, if not seasons canceled. This is a huge indication right now that we're having opening day. And what's so special about it is if all games go as planned today, all Major League Baseball teams will actually be playing baseball on the first time all together on opening day since 1968. So we got a big day planned right now, and it's also an indication that the economy's reopening again, right? Fans are back, life is sort of getting back to normal, and that's a huge indication as to why the S&P 500, as of right now, just crossed the 4,000 level for the first time ever. Now, crossing versus closing, that's a big deal, and we'll see by the time today is done if we actually have a 4,000 close on the S&P 500. But let's do this real quick. Let's go back to the S&P historically speaking. As I said, 1968 was the first time that you had all Major League Baseball teams play on the same day, opening day. So we'll see if that happens. But what also happened in 1968? Well, on the S&P 500, again, this is not to scale, okay? You know my drawings by now if you're following me at Blanke Schein Wealth Management. But in June 4th of 1968, the S&P 500 crossed and closed above the 100 mark for the first time in 1968. So you got your parallels there. How about that? Now, if you look at this trajectory, obviously, again, not to scale, and markets don't go straight up. They actually take their time, consolidate, go up over time, and there's always recessions. There's fits and starts to the U.S. economy. But one thing is true, in February 1998, was it the summer of Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire, where they were both had the home run derby? It was either 98 or 99. I think it was 98. That was a fabulous summer as well. And you know, we have 1,000 close on the S&P for the first time there. Now you go to August of 2014. There's a lot happened in the early 2000s. Remember the internet boom and bust, and then you also had the 2008, 2009 credit crunch, Great Recession. But we then, in 2014 of August, hit 2000 and closed. The S&P 500 closed in that time frame above 2000. Now you go to October of 2019, 3,000 on the S&P 500 close above, and now April 1st of 2021, we will see. Now, again, markets don't go straight up like this, but what's interesting to note is that over time, while we here at Blanke Schein Wealth Management guide our clients through all types of markets, ups and downs, we also let them know that, listen, the S&P 500, a lot of these indices reconstitute, right? If you're a soccer player, if you're at the bottom of the row, you get relegated, right? That means you get kicked out of that league or that, in this case, the sector. So the top 500 stocks right now in the S&P back in 1968 are not the same ones here or the same ones here and here, because a lot of companies go into business and they go out of business, right? Think Blockbuster Video. You're not going to rent a VHS tape or going to that local Blockbuster anymore, but they were back then in the S&P 500. So they get reconstituted or kicked out if the business doesn't work, it fails. So why is the S&P such a great long-term investment? Because it changes over time as productivity changes over time, as businesses change over time, as investment cycles change over time, and management, so on and so forth. So long-term play, look at this. It's a pretty good looking chart. Now, again, it doesn't always go straight up, but that's the beauty of investing. If you're buying long-term, if you have a long-term approach, but you're investing in high quality companies over time, you're accumulating. So when you have periods of consolidation, think, let's say you're working and you're putting money in your retirement, you're accumulating more of those shares. You don't want the market to be up while you're in the share accumulation phase. You want to accumulate as many shares, let's call it S&P 500 index, before it goes up. That's the key to building wealth. That's the power of compounding. Okay, so there's kind of a different strategy here. Think about when the markets are down and you can constantly are reinvesting or constantly putting money away in retirement. Now you're winning big time, because the key to building wealth is share accumulation. Don't ever forget that. And you don't want it to be up while you're accumulating shares. You're buying low, and eventually over time, when it's time to sell and it's right for you, then it's when you start rebalancing your portfolio when markets are up. In this case, the S&P 500. Again, this is not to scale. You know my drawings by now, but let's get to the update on opening day. All right, so this one is for Don Stockhausen and all the Milwaukee Brewers. And Don, I hope you're catching the Brew Crew today on opening day. I did some research, and not only growing up, I was an avid baseball card fan, lover, collection. I still have my collection. My son has it now. He better, because that's going to pay for his college. But that being said, I love this logo. This logo is the retro logo for the Milwaukee Brewers. And in doing some research and preparing for our daily update today, I didn't realize this. If you're a Brewer fan, you know what this is, okay? Take a look closely. They basically said it's one of the best logos ever created and ever designed, simply because you've got the M and the B. I always thought it was a glove with a baseball, but they also integrated the Milwaukee Brewers in there with the M and the B. It makes it that much better. I mean, I think it's a wonderful logo. I love the retro Brewer logo, and good luck to them right now as they start opening day. And they have to go a pretty difficult challenger, which is Rick Blanke and Rick Blanke Jr. and Sr. They love the St. Louis Cardinals. So I think we're going to have a really fun race with the Cardinals this year, going against the Brewers in that division. So we're going to have to watch those two as opening day then goes on to the All-Star break, which is, again, another favorite time of mine. But, okay, opening day streaks real quick. St. Louis Cardinal catcher Yolander Molina has made 16 consecutive opening day starts. If he's behind the plate today, and he's expected to do so, he'll become only the second catcher in NBA Major League Baseball history with as many 17 in a row. The only other is the Hall of Famer Ivan Rodriguez, who holds the record at 20. And let's see, this is just a great day to have baseball back and fans in the stands. And it's also a signal that the economy is reopening. And that's probably the best news of all, that we're going to be healthy and happy going forward, and we're going to do it in a safe manner. But ultimately, the vaccines are working their way through. That's another reason to be bullish on the S&P 500. So enjoy your day. Happy opening day and April Fool's Day. So take care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.